stay here and keep the noise down. He won't want his neighbours upset.
I think this bloke went to my school.
For God's sakes. You alright, H?
Sit down, Mickey, old son.
Grass is looking nice, H.
Yeah, just had it done. Like a spot of gardening, do you, Mickey?
4 floors up. Nah, you'll be joking. Do miss me old mum's begonias, though.
Scotch? Yeah, you've got to look after your old mum, son.
Didn't expect to see you this side of the job, to be honest, H.
Michael, stick one of these in your mouth and listen. One of my boys confiscated these off some mick up Notting Hill. Top quality stuff. From a boozing here and antique shop.
H? What's happening?
You need a new driver.
Do what?
Yeah, young Tommy's had to go off to Spain in a bit of a hurry.
Noxie? What for?
Nothing to worry about. It's his old man. Runs in the family. Getting a bit paranoid sitting there in his little villa, thinking that Slipper's onto him. So, he needs his lad round for company.
Well, that's it then. All we use Charlie this...
Keep it down. I've got neighbours.
Oh.
I've sorted a new wheelman anyway.
Who?
Jimmy Cooper.
Name don't ring no bell.
It won't. Rory Mace put me onto him. Did a few jobs for him a while back. Lewisham, Putney, Clapham, everywhere.
Yeah, anything recent?
I shouldn't think so.
What's that supposed to mean?
He gets out of the scrubs tomorrow, and that's where I want him met. When those gates open, as soon as, and don't be late.
H, the Sweeney will be all over him.
Sweeney? Bollocks.
Jimmy Cooper? Leave it out. That northern chum, he'll get Eccles cake all over the windscreen.
He may be a weirdo, but I've heard that this northern face can drive like John Cooper.
Charlie's right, and he's out tomorrow.
Straight up.
Out to Scrubs.
Well, how did he get himself banged up then?
Because some little tow road grassed him up, didn't they? But he's only done a few months' bird, but he'll need the bread.
Well, I'm happy to have him, even if he is a scouser.
Good man, Biggles. How are we?
So if this goes wrong,
It won't go wrong. Calm.
Where'd they find Lurchin?
I don't know. What happened to that little blonde sort who used to work here?
I reckon that'll be a scared her off.
mate, leave it out. I mean, she was right up for stirring my cup of tea.
We should have put something in it.
Look, Gov, no one's talking.
I find that very hard to believe, Jack. 2 raids in the past 3 weeks. Someone must know something. Are you drinking in the right pubs?
Is there any other kind?
Hasn't one of your snouts got his ear to the ground?
I've not seen much of them, Gov. Too busy schlepping around on that bank job, trying to build up a case so that pinstripe Ponce Deathly White doesn't tear us apart in court. Right, George?
Oh yes, Mr. Askins, the level of paperwork's been immense. You had to stop me going to see the mousetrap the other night, didn't you, Gov?
Yes, well, we need to build a trap to catch these villainous mice, Sergeant. Now, who looks likely? What about Wynne?
Loser win? No chance, Gov. He's in Durham.
Have you been to see him?
£5 on the train, leave it out.
You may know something. And if your snouts don't come up with some information soon, Wynne might be the only way you don't lose.
Very good, Gov.
Evening, mate. Got a light? You've done a bit of driving.
Says who?
Rory Mace. Hop in.
Yeah, jump in there, mate.
So what's in it for me then?
Well, my old China, how does £5 and a big silver Bertha somewhere sunny grab you?
You're going to need to get a set of wheels as well. Use this address and sort the motor out. You'll have to be sharpish though, because the job's on tomorrow.
Who's in?
Wait here, Bill. Just going to go and see the local flasher.
I thought Monk had given up these nasty habits.
Mr. Regan?
Billy. Keep the packet.
Top.
So what you got for me, Billy?
Got a post office for you, Mr. Regan. 35 larges on offer, if you're interested.
When and where?
High Street, Sudbury, about 8:30 Friday.
Stone Ginger.
Yeah, honest, Governor.
Who, Billy? Names.
Well, I don't know everybody, do I?
No, you don't when it suits you. How many?
Well, there's 4 up, but I've only seen 3 of them. One of them, though, he's a big bastard.
What do you mean, you've only seen 3 of them? How do you know there's 4?
We was talking about this wheelman, wasn't he? Some geezer from up north. He's fresh out of the nick.
Lose or win? He's only just gone in.
Yeah, Gov. He couldn't drive a milk float these days. He's shakes till he's had a couple of doubles. This geezer's new talent is Cooper. Jimmy Cooper?
I've never heard of him. Okay, I'll be there. Now listen, you better keep your grubby little Germans off that bread. Else I'll shove a roll of those notes somewhere uncomfortable. You understand?
Of course I do. Ain't nothing to do with this caper. I'm not even the lookout.
Yeah. Hang about, son. I know you're a bit mutton. Is that Sudbury with a D or Sudbury with an N?
It's Sudbury with a D.
Okay, Billy.
Oh, where are you from? Bleeding Yorkshire? That's top-rate info.
Listen, son, if you are involved, you'll get to know the smell of stale sweat and cabbage in Wakefield, and you'll hate Yorkshiremen as much as I do. And you hear anything at all, you call me, understand?
It's Mr. Regan.
Cheers, Ted. Yeah, have one yourself, mate.
Thank you, George. Very kind of you.
Must be a Mr. Big behind it. A fixer.
Yeah, but who?
Obviously not Frank Campbell.
Nah. I reckon it's some flash little git. Someone who's got a few quid who wants to make a name for himself.
Well, while we think about who, let's think about what. What would Mickey Harris want with a young tearaway like Jimmy Cooper?
Young tearaway. Bleeding psychopath, more like.
He's just a wheelman, George. Hang about. What do you know about Cooper?
That bird in records?
Ah, I see. You just want to squeeze her toothpaste.
Cool, not after, I. No, I went in to see what stuff she had on Cooper, and it turns out her brother was a screw at the Scrubs, and he was on Cooper's wing. He reckons he's a right evil little bleeder, just like Harris was at that age.
Yeah, true.
And he's a scouser.
That explains it.
Yeah, he got done for it and run when he was 15. Got out of Borstal, ended up driving for a living. Done very well out of it by all accounts. But he ended up inside with Eddie Lane and he turned Queens and now he's out.
Great, that's all we need. A car full of tooled up bastards with a loony behind the wheel.
L63F. Yeah, a white Mini. White Mini. Cheers. Here, that dog you told me to bet on done well. Came in second to bleeding last.
Yeah, well, I did say not to listen to the dwarf. His tips are always rubbish.
Yeah. How'd you get all that solder after I left you Saturday night?
Oh, yeah, terrific. Posted my keys back through my door 2 days later. What's that tell you?
Oh, dear old.
Still, there's always a sister, Janice.
Oh, Janice, yeah. Forgot about that.
Still ain't going to get anywhere, Davey. Not with that Super Rally or whatever his name is.
Is he still on about that bloody World Cup? You got no chance, Jock.
Hold your bloody tongue, you. That's just jealousy because you boys haven't qualified. And you still owe that £3, by the way.
Hey, you wouldn't forget about money, mate.
Yeah, you won't find any haggis over there, Jock. It's all corned beef, mate.
Yeah, don't forget to take your translator and all.
I'll give you bloody translator. And where'd you get that? That's bloody my paper, by the way. I wonder where that went.
Jimmy?
Charlie.
This might really good for tomorrow, is it?
Proper piece of kit, this.
No second thoughts then?
Piece of cake, this, mate.
So what does it sound like then?
I'll show you.
Yeah, well, go and see that old brass again.
Oh, I tell you what, I would.
What, Mandy?
Yeah, Mandy.
Yeah, Mandy. I'm taking her to the cinema Saturday.
I see. Privilege of rank, is it?
Fancy a cup of tea, bud?
No, I don't want one.
Regan.
Hello, Mr. Regan? Yeah, it's Billy. Yeah, it's on, Mr. Regan, definite. Same time, same place.
Good. Now, my old son. The names.
The
names.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, the chief's called Nicky. And as for the other two, well, yeah, well, the hearing aid weren't turned on, was it?
It's Mickey, Billy. Mickey Harris.
Yeah, Nicky. Yeah, that's him, Mr. Regan. Ta-la.
Yeah, bye, Billy.
Seen a match last night?
Oh, yeah, it was terrific first half, wasn't it? But
Yeah.
what was all that in the second half? I'm sure that ref's kid low. Or Scottish.
Yeah, you know them, Davey. They're all doomed.
All right, lads.
All right, Bill. Yeah, Bill, you got a coffee?
I do like it.
Something stronger, please?
Oh, look at
That is a bit of me, mate.
You want to turn it in? I'm trying to do some work here, you know.
That'd be a first one, son.
Right. May have escaped your attention, but Detective Chief Inspector Haskins is on the phone right now to Division. And if George and I can hear your version of the Battle of Ben Nevis, then so can he. Now shut it.
Any more cheese rolls? I need one for a Jock.
There's a lot.
Yeah, anyone seen the new secretary yet?
Oh, yeah.
That's really quick, though.
Yeah, so what was it, Jock? Ben Nevis or Ben Doom?
Next one of you guys calls me Jock gets his bastard head knocked off.
Sorry, Jock.
Davey, don't let the juveniles put the wind up your kilt, laddie.
No bother here, Gov.
So when you've all quite finished, with us Celts have got to stick together, we're still waiting for more information on this job. What we do know, it's happening somewhere out west Friday morning.
Oh, we've got plenty to go on then.
Precisely, and they're tooled up, which is why I want this charming little outfit locked up. And I want you lot on your worst behaviour when it goes off. And boys, remember what happened last time Rob Roy got wound up. I don't want a repeat of that landing on my desk. I know they're a bit on edge, George, but try and keep the lid on them. We need McEwen on our side.
Why, what happened last time?
Suspended for breaking a DI's nose.
Anyone we know?
No, I'll tell you what, George, I'll tell you in the morning, mate. I've got to go and see Haskins.
No problems,
See you in
Gav.
the morning.
See you later.
Where's Charlie?
I don't know.
He should be here, he's a bleeding lookout.
Probably down the bleeding betting shop.
But this time, he'll be getting his ear syringed. We said 6 o'clock.
Well, forget about his ears, more worried about his eyes. Have a look at this. On this corner here is where the van pulls up. Cash gets delivered on this corner, just over here on the left. We're in the Jag right here. And then wallop, 35 big ones, all ours. Jimmy here, fires up the Jag, and we're away. Couldn't be easier. Look, Nicky, are you sure Jimmy can do the business here okay? Tell you what. Well, Scouse, you know what, this is a blag, you know. It's not some tuppeny halfpenny northerner getting his kicks on two-stroke motorbikes up in Bellevue.
Look, soft lad, I can drive. All right.
Of course you can, son, and this is why you're here.
Do you want to go?
Do what? 5? Got a right live wire here, haven't we, though, Mick?
Oh, you're Albie? Bellevue's Manchester. I'm from Birkenhead.
Listen, Birkenhead, Manchester, Liverpool, they're all bleeding northerners, aren't they?
So you say, Cockney.
Well, we'll see. We'll see on the day.
Jack, any more flights of fancy for your snout?
Yeah, sorry Frank, I'm expecting a tickle sometime today as it goes.
And in the meantime, Jack?
Well, I'm squaring up the full SP on my suspects.
Squaring up the full SP? Sort it out today or let it go. You know how the old saying goes.
Yeah, piss or get off the pot. Look, Frank.
I am looking, Jack, and I see nothing except rumour and a grutty little old man eyeing up a couple of bob. History has a habit of repeating itself, Inspector.
Oh, come on. Some turned in results.
Jack, please. I've been in this game too long and I'm no fool. Your squad's spending far too much time on lookout duties. And, at this moment in time, it isn't bringing in enough results.
Gov, this is a goer. 100%. I don't want it for bloody conspiracy. I want to catch 'em on the job. Ready to leg it. I tell you, Frank, we can throw a rope round the whole stinking bunch.
Fiver on it.
A fiver.
There speaks Wyatt Earp. It's dangerous, Jack. There's a risk of the public getting hurt.
There's a risk to the public crossing the road every day. Listen, if they've got shooters, it's just for show. They've got no bottle.
This is it for you, Jack. Last chance saloon. I'll sort it with God. You just make sure the paperwork's in order.
Where you bleeding been?
Why, am I late?
What do you bloody think?
I had to stop off and get your scotch, didn't I?
Come on!
Oh, not many did she, that bird. You should have seen her. She had arthritis. Right up here she was. Anyway, I was talking to her and she said to me...
Don't give up your day job, George.
God, you can be a right miserable sod sometimes, Gov. Go and have a fag. Or are you still seeing that Richard that feeds you lemongrass tea?
Shut it. Right, Bill. Post office, Sudbury.
Sudbury?
Yes, George. Little town in Middlesex. Commuters live there. Get the tube into work. Send their kids to Arrow. Come on.
Oh, sounds lovely.
You little Bill?
No, love. We're the England cricket team. Didn't your mum tell you not to talk to strangers?
So?
You've got a paper round to do. Go on, hop it.
Oh, up yours, Kojak.
Bleeding charming. There, Bill. Take those 2 sugars there. There's one for the governor. Cheers, mate. Cheers, Bill. There, Bill.
Thanks, Skip.
Right, mate. Am or am, Governor?
Fanny Craddock got the day off, has she?
Here, Gov.
Yeah?
It's your round for the teas. That's a nicker you owe me. Cheers. And Gov,
Yeah?
You got any snout?
Yeah, that's why we're sitting here. I suppose you only want one.
Yeah, that'll do. Cheers, mate. Lovely.
Don't mention it. Oh, and George?
Yeah?
It's 2 bob you owe me.
Lovely.
Right, out the motor, now! Get round here, son. Open it! Right off. Now. You stay there. Right, get it! Hurry up, now!
Who's that geezer you saw down the dog track mentioned?
Oh yeah, Charlie Stevens. He's out.
Yeah.
All units. Robbery in progress, Post Office High Street. Repeat. Robbery in progress, Post Office High Street.
Your stuff, Bill.
How much then, lads?
35 beautiful big ones, at least.
You better be waiting for us, Jimmy.
It's taken care of, eh, Albie?
Yeah, Mick, straight up.
Step on it, Bill. You're not taking your missus to church.
Sod this.
Stick to the jag, Bill.
All available units to apprehend Green Vauxhall, Foxtrot Yankee Whiskey 814 Juliet. Sierra 5, Jerry, get around to the station side of Collet Road Sharpish. They're coming over the bridge.
Okay, Frank. All the commas in the right place. He'll be heading up north now, back home to roost. A few celebratory beers and a night with some old brass. Before you know it, he'll be back to his old ways, up to no good. mixing it with his fellow Geordie low-life slags.
Leave it out, Gov. He's a Scouser through and through.
Scousers, Geordies, they've all got their speech impediments.
Dear old Lord Governor, they're going to love you if you ever get transferred north of Watford.